Welcome back, everyone. I'm Zell, and today we're talking about a Michael Elmer design, the Stonefish. Now, you're probably going, Stonefish? And unless you live on the Pacific, the Indian Pacific, I believe, or India, anyhow, not generally around the U.S., you're probably wondering what a stonefish is. So, at first I thought, maybe Michael is just naming it a stonefish because it's a cool name. And it is a cool name, but it wasn't just trying to find a weird or cool name for a knife. I googled up stonefish, and as you can see on the screen right now, those are some ugly dudes. And here's the thing with the stonefish. They hang out in the tidal pools, and a tidal pool means that the tide has come in and then went back out, and then there are pools left on various, especially rocky beaches. And the first superpower that these fish have is they can live in those tidal pools for a very long time until the tide comes back in, which basically means that they have a method that you can read about, probably in an article linked below, that allows them to make it on an area of very low oxygen like these tidal pools. So that's superpower number one, but that's not all. These things are evil, mean, dangerous, and ugly, and not like the knife. The knife's pretty good looking, but the other superpower is that whenever they are hanging out in the tidal pool, and remember, they look just like rocks. Any animal that steps on them, or I suppose anything that puts down pressure on one of these guys, has the opportunity to get sliced up by one of the barbs. Oh my god. So now, superpower number two, you'd think it's the barbs? No, that's like a minor superpower. Not even super compared to the rest of them. The second superpower is the fact that some of the barbs, especially across the dorsal, are hollow, making them needles. Freaking needles. And under those needles are venom sacs. And these venom sacs, whenever you step down, or any animal steps down on one of these stonefish, that pressure causes those venom sacs to shoot venom up into you, or whatever stepped on it. So, there you go, guys. The stonefish is evil. And that venom is not just, your everyday I got bit by a house spider or whatever, and I'm just going to have a red spot for a couple days. No, it couldn't be that simple. It is a lethal venom that, warmth will break down some of the proteins, but you really need anti-venom for it because it's lethal. Yes, lethal venom out of the stonefish. Alright, so now we know what a stonefish is. Let's talk about Michael Elmer's design here. It is a Wii knife. We have the circular, sort of circular Wii emblem on there, which is really my favorite Wii emblem. It's probably not as representative as the company as the standard Wii emblem, but I like it. And we are 20 CV, about just under 4.5 inches of it. And G10 handles, very nice. We've got Michael Elmer design right up there. And they're saying that this steel comes in at about 60. Wii is pretty good about that, getting their steels pretty darn close. So we'll believe them there, unless one of the steel people prove us different, and then they would have to actually prove me different on this knife. So I'm believing that this one is at about 60. Our handle material is slightly shadow boxed. Got a little bit of jimping here, a little jimping there. Got finger choil here. Really, Michael has designed us a very, very, what I'm going to call classic and simple, a field knife. You could call it a skinning knife, and you call it various things, but I'm going to call it just a field knife because it's going to be good at doing just about everything a fixed blade should do. And I don't know that was Michael's design intent, but that's what he got. Ergonomically, it's good. Now, this is a knife that is meant to be, or I assume is meant to be held in this manner or this manner. Finger choil could have been slightly bigger. I could feel the edge of that on my finger as I was moving it around. But it's still a pretty good size, so I wouldn't fuss about it. Not going to fuss about it, just letting you know. This here, those points, we've talked about them 100 times on various other, especially folders on this channel, but those points I'm not a huge fan of, and let me show you why. Whenever you put the knife in this grip or in this grip, they're perfect. But whenever you get that knife, even here, they're perfect. It's whenever you get this knife in the draw grip that things kind of fall apart. So that depends on how often you think you're going to use that. Is it doable? Absolutely, of course. Yes, it's doable. But it's not the most comfortable. And that happens anytime you have more than one point here. A lot of times you can get away with 1 point, a good fillet or rounding at that, and then your curve back up. As you can see, we are plenty deep. Let's see, I've got a ruler up here. Whoa, we got things falling all over the place. But I believe our handle, total handle length, we're looking at a little more than 3.5, 3 3/4 nearly to the apex here. And have to turn it around for centimeters. And we're about 9.6 centimeters. Somebody got chocolate on my ruler. Anyhow, stone wash blade, CPM 20CV, flat ground. Pretty freaking nice. And it's nice to see we's designers and we doing some more classic design, which is what I would call Michael's design here, is more classic as far as the fixed blade go. Well, let's look at the accessories real quick, and then we'll let you out of here. We have a Kydex sheath, very Kydexy, has a nice clip schmuck down in there. I don't hear anything. I can feel it move a little bit, but you want it to move just a little bit. As you can see, we're getting a little marring from the Kydex on both sides at that point. At that point is your hold-in spot, or it rolls over there as we put it in. As you can see, as we go in, the Kydex rolls over. So, very nice there. We send you the tech, what they call a tech lock. And it's actually pretty cool. So, you have these 9 holes back here that made up with these 2 holes, or these 2 holes, or these 2 holes, or these 2 holes, whichever direction you want to put it on there. But you can get 2 of them in there. You might even be able to get 4 if you go sideways. I hadn't really looked at it, but sometimes that works out. No, if you go sideways, you're still doing 2. But anyhow, you got the screws to put it on the way you want. And the coolest thing about these clips is the way that they work. You have this in here that you can pull out and snap in for your belt height, or take out if you've got a really big belt. I don't really suggest doing that, because unless you just have to, because you don't want to get your belt into the hook. But snaps closed, push that over, and it's locked. Now, that doesn't mean it can't come unlocked on you or whatever, but I have used one of these, and it's not my favorite thing. The Spyderco J-hook is my favorite, but I actually like this better than the other tech lock methods out there. So, pretty cool there that they include these. It says by Dots, patent pending. Pretty freaking cool. I like it. And you can put it on however you want to. You can put it on where you're going horizontal, vertical. I don't guess you can put it at much of an angle, but you might be able to figure that out. In fact, I think you could figure that out, maybe. Yeah, I think you could. I think you can put it on at an angle if you were really, really wanting to. You'd have to do a little jiggering around. But overall, and that's another thing, check this out. They did a good job here. Whoop! Sent that flying. But that's exactly what I was going to point to. You get a hold of the knife and you can flick that thing off, which if you're just going to stick it in your back pocket or something is always nice. We do have a drain hole down here. Not my favorite way to put a drain hole in, but it'll work. And overall, Michael Elmer's design is solid. I don't see a reason for... I did not look up the price, so you guys can freaking drill me on not having the price in here. But I'm sure that Blade HQ or Knife Center will be happy to let you know what the price is. And price is not my deal anyhow. My deal is getting a look at the knife itself. We're pretty thin down there. Looks about appropriate. I don't have my caliper up here, so you guys just have to believe me on that one. But it looks about appropriate for a larger fixed blade. I like the Ergo package. And, man, if you're into this, there's like 3 different colors. There's a black, tan, and I don't remember the other color. But check out WeKnife.com if you want to see all 3 colors. And I'm going to give it, I'm going to give it the Zelrick thumbs up if I can get it in the screen there. For your classic design knife, Michael and We Knife Company have done very well. Thank you, Mr. Elmer. One last thing to look at, and then I'll let y'all go. We Knife Company is now sending these stickers. They've had some stickers in the past, and I'm going to be quite honest with you, they were pretty freaking lame. Not these. We have an owl, and we have a dragon. The owl is clutching an Arrakis, and the dragon is, of course, clutching the dragon scale knife. So, the new stickers, really cool. I like them. And we, of course, send you a little baggie with cleaning cloth and all that fun stuff in there. Michael Elmer's Stonefish, pretty cool. Don't forget to check the description below for some more information about the Stonefish itself, the actual animal. And you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.